Hey Scorpio, if you are wondering what to expect around your queer relationship in March 2019, especially what could be holding you back and what can set you free, you have come to the right place. Welcome. My name is Seth. I'm on Comingouttarot.com. You can always find out more about me over there. While we're here, we're talking about your queer relationship. So, while I'm getting these cards in order, couple housekeeping things. If you haven't subscribed or follow me, do follow me so we can keep track of each other, and don't forget to share out with your friends. And if you're watching on YouTube, hi replay, because this will live over on YouTube eventually. Hit that thumbs up button if you think this content is useful. And not only, hey Dem Warrior, does it let me know it's useful, it'll get it in front of other people who can take advantage of the message as well. And speaking of, don't forget to share. Don't give me a secret. All right, we finished getting these in order. We're almost there. There we go. All right, Scorpio. It's holding you back. It's going to set you free. A lot of air going on this month. Scorpio, what's holding you back? This is the Ace of Swords. And what is going to set you free? Hey, Purple. How are you? What's going to set you free is the Five of Stones. Purple, what is it? Like almost 1:30 by you, huh? Late lunch? Happy Friday. All right, so Scorpio. First, a little arid. Kind of like, who had this? Taurus had this too. It's not a sexy month for Scorpios. Unless you find that the mind is turning you on, but I really don't think it is during the course of this month. It's probably causing you a lot of challenge, especially because having this ace in our obstacle space, or what's holding you back, you've got a choice. You've got a decision that you need to make. And if you don't make the decision, things don't move forward. And if we're talking about relationships, that can mean so many different things. For me, it's actually about money. If you make your decisions, your financial decisions, instead of putting them off, you'll be able to have this stronger, more communicative, open relationship than you had before. So if you're trying to make a decision with your husband, boyfriend, partner, whatever, then now's the time. This month is the time. If you don't do it, things are just going to get more and more challenging. Now, that's not to say that they aren't already, because what's going to move you forward, this is the Five of Stones. What's going to move you forward is the opportunity to be available for the charity of others. This is kind of an interesting, ambiguous message. Because if you can make choices about your finances and how you want your finances to go, you're going to be available for other people and what their needs may be. This is leading towards the choice you make is either going to establish that you need to find additional financial support, or it's going to establish that you have enough to be able to give to other people. And other people are going to be coming looking for assistance. So you're not the only one that's in a challenging spot about what to do next. But if you make the right choice and you make a good decision, and good and right are subjective, if you make the choice that's best for you, what I think you're going to find is that you're in a spot where you'll be able to allow in others to support them as needed. This is kind of it's kind of like a, these are horrible terms. It's kind of like a cursed windfall. What I mean by that is it's not like, yay, money showed up. It's like somebody passed and you were in the will, and it's someone that you loved very much, and it's sad that they're gone, but it's nice to have this money because it's needed. So it's that kind of thing. And the decision that you have to make will ultimately help to guide where this is going. So there could be some contractual obligations you're working through. There could possibly be some legal issues that you're working through in order to get to this kind of like money that's a bit up in the air that you need to figure out how you're how you're going to work with it. You know what it really sounds like to me is that kind of like when you're the person who's passing has money and it's in a will, and it could be in a foundation or in hey Chu Barker, or in a donor advised fund, and you have to deal with that at some point. All right, Scorpio, this was an interesting experience because your relationship is hinging on some financial decisions. Hopefully, you'll be able to work through that in a way that is not frustrating, but it's gonna. Thanks for sharing and inviting folks, Chu Barker. There's a lot to get through there. There's a lot. It's gonna be well, it's not like on a relationship. It's a lot of work to talk through those kinds of things. So I wish you the best of luck during it. I hope this is helpful. If it is, don't forget, please follow me, subscribe if you're watching this on YouTube, and do share out with your friends so that it's not a secret and all those Scorpios out there can take advantage of this message. If you haven't already heard about the other work that I've got going on, if you'd like to know a little more well-rounded around this, on the New Moons playlist, you can find additional readings that you can line up with this reading to find out if that new moon energy is still affecting you. And for most of us, it still is. It's still relatively close. You might find that you have a well-rounded reading from between that and this about where you're headed. Also, if you are a podcast junkie, head over to Life Uncloseted, or you can head over to Comingouttarot.com, click on the podcast link. I've got a link to Life Uncloseted in the interview that I did with Rick Clemens about how tarot can help you have less fear. You can also reach out in the future to find, I think the Sunday the 10th, the podcast that I did with the Tarot Lady, if you're a tarot geek, about tarot and tarot patterns. Those will be available where we geek out about tarot patterns. And then I also did another one with Card TV where we get a little more insight into who I am and what my favorite tarot cards are and how I got started. So you can find that at the Badass Bitches Tarot with Card TV. And then I've got a couple more coming up probably in April that I'll share with you then too. So please follow those podcasts and go check out the one at Life Uncloseted. All right. Thank you. And I will see you all later. What we've got. I've got to move on to, Sagittarius next. So I'm going to do Sagittarius in just a minute. Thanks, Chu Barker.